Hello, everyone, and welcome to Out of Nowhere. Well, my special guest today is Argy Noss. Argy's been on a few times over the years since I first started in about 2014 on Blog Talk Radio. I think Argy was on that first year when I started on there, and he's been on nearly every year since then. Now we're in 2025, so he's a great character. Uh, Aggie is an author, an on-air personality, seasoned aircraft pilot, hypnotherapist, UFO researcher, and cosmic explorer. A student of many sciences, including metaphysics, theoretical physics, and different forms of theories of spirituality. Aggie also hosts his weekly show at the University of Conscious Show. Can we please welcome Aggie to the show? Hello there.
Hey. Yeah, I got it correct a little bit. I think I sent you the wrong bio. We are doing the Broadcast Team Alpha show.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah, and the other one I don't do anymore. It's been shelved for, I don't know, 3 years.
Yes, I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
It's my fault, that is. We talked previously before the show about the Tic Tac.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just show a little photo of it. There we go.
Yeah. There's a story behind this one. I sent you this picture here about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago.
You
because we found it on a CIA flight manual. It is one of ours.
Yeah.
That is used in the secret space program.
Yeah, I've just got a bit of information here. Allegedly leaked possibility disinformation document Lockheed Martin CL956 Tic Tac. According to the leak, the Lockheed Martin, nicknamed Tic Tac, was created in the early 2000s as part of the secret project Orbit Lance. Is that right?
Yeah.
This advanced transmedium vehicle designed for aerospace operation is presently being tested at Groom Lake Dugway Proving Grounds, developed by Skunk Works for in-depth intelligence surveillance. Just makes you wonder what else they've got out there, Argy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and for those that is good with AI, go ahead and research this on your own, because down at the very bottom of the page, it does say top secret. And it is on several places on Facebook right now. They have this picture. So it is making the rounds. So I am not so sure if it is. I think it has been released, because from 2003 to now, there's 23 years. So that is beyond the time when they have to release it from top secret. They have 20 years to keep it secret, and then it has to be released unless it is recertified as top secret. But it takes quite a bit to do that. And for those of you researchers out there, go ahead and research aircraft CL, that's Charlie Lima 957. That's CL 957 Generation 2. And it also says aircraft 91-007. And this is from, the paper is from 2003, 22 years ago. So can you imagine what you have developed in 23 years? That is way beyond what this one is.
Correct.
And is a gravity nullification system aircraft. And I know the people out there say, yeah, sure, that's a conspiracy theory. There's no such thing as gravity. Back in the late 1950s, the government was talking about, yeah, we are going to have anti-gravity or gravity nullification aircraft, and then everything went dark. No more talk about it because it went underground.
Hmm.
And in 1945, the later part of that, after the German Allied war, the United States government got their hands on, according to Wendell Stevens, they got two, not one, but two Haunebu aircraft. That is the flying disc. The I believe it was called the V7. That was the round airplanes, and
Right.
that was a gravity nullification flying disc that the Nazis developed. And it was also a interdimensional or time travel device that was built around Die Glocke, which was the engine or the Thule engine inside of the German flying disc, the Haunebu. Because the first two or three of them that they built, they had it tied in with chains so that it couldn't fly away from them because they didn't know how to control it yet. But when they fired it up, it disappeared right on the stand where it was. So it
Right.
went interdimensionals and they couldn't find it anymore. So they don't know where it went. But they were able to control that. So that's where they built it into the Haunebu 2 and 3. So, yeah, this is a technology that is well understood in the Black projects. It's used in the secret space program. And there we go again, that's a conspiracy theory. No, it
Yeah.
isn't. You're looking at it right here, and the tic tac, the picture Bob just showed you. Go to also to my Facebook page, Augie Nust, and look at the whole picture with the description of it. And you had something that you was reading there. Is there more to that?
Yeah, because it does say um, about the TikTok. It was created in the early 2000s as part of the secret project Orbit Lance. This advanced transmedium vehicle designed for aerospace operations is presently being tested at Groom Lake, Dugway, pro- providing grounds developed by Skunkworks, intelligence surveillance, recognition, a quick reaction task. There's a CL 957 incorporates groundbreaking propulsion technology that uses inertial mass reduction, directed gravity um, manipulation. This enables quite extreme G performance in atmospheric, orbital, and underwater environments. Its smooth, seamless body is made from flexible metal material outer layer that offers complete stealth across all wavelengths, adjustable surface shaping, integrated energy field management. By 2004, the initial version of this system began limited operations deployment under special access program.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about all this, what else is out there what we don't know then?
Well, there is pictures that is shown up that there's a huge ship sitting in orbit outside of Earth going around, and it's kind of like a big cigar. But then we have pictures also. The Soho satellite that monitors the sun. They right now they saw. There was a picture that I saw on YouTube. There was put there by a scientist that was measuring this, and they said there's all kinds of little lights sitting in orbit around the sun. And then, of course, you're familiar with the big planet-size round object that was sitting next to the sun,
Yeah.
and they was sucking up energy in a tornado coming off the sun's surface, going into that round craft, and then the craft poof disappeared. So there is stuff going on out there. Of course, we're not told about it, but there are some people in government that is coming out, and they're one of them was the NASA administrator Charles Bolden. He said in a speech about a year ago, he said that by the end of 2025 there will be an alien invasion. And then immediately after that speech, they put him on permanent medical leave with pay. Now, why did they do that?
Exactly. Why did they do it?
Yeah, if it was just a conspiracy theory, they would have laughed at it and say, "Yeah, that sounds like a fun one." But no, they put him on leave with pay. With pay is important because that controls him. Now, if he talks, they'll fire him,
Yes.
and then he lose his pension, he lose his wages. No, he's gonna be quiet from now on, so he keep getting the money.
Yes.
So what would that mean? By the end of 2025, there will be an alien invasion. Well, I'm a good friend of John D'Souza here in Tucson. He was the ex FBI
Yeah.
agent that come
Yeah.
out. They called him the well, he he was he was working with strange things while he was with the FBI. And he says Project Bluebeam is imminent. He said that for now for about a year. And I asked him probably 6 months ago, imminent, what does that mean? And he
Exactly.
said, yeah, he said, these people are long term thinkers. He said, imminent for them would probably be within a year or so. So, according to him, and also there is a document called Project Bluebeam, and that is on the CIA and the FBI website. It's hard. From what I hear, they keep moving it around, so it's hard to find. But go into the reading room. That's the entry where you can find it. The reading room, and go in there and search for. Yeah, they search for Project Bluebeam or other related terms. You may be able to stumble onto it and read it. It's quite voluminous. I think
Yeah.
it's about 30-40 pages.
Before before we start with asking you about Blue Beam, there's a question here for Argy.
Uh-huh.
What is Argy's opinion on the interstellar object moving through our solar system at the moment?
Well, I think they're kind of like spy objects from maybe it comes from interstellar space. And the last one that came through, this guy had a Hawaiian name on it I can't pronounce. But this second one that is coming now is 100 times bigger. And it's long, kind of like a cigar,
Mm-hmm.
and it reflects light. So it's a smooth surface. The last one didn't reflect much because it was made of rock, I suppose. But I think there is maybe a way for them to, whoever sent it, to get information from us by it passing by.
Right.
Or, from what I hear, is that it is not just following any kind of gravitational trajectory. It's going a straight line and it is accelerating. It can't do that. Gravity does not allow for us to accelerate it out there. Now going around the sun it can accelerate, but
Right.
it doesn't do that yet. So there is a problem that cannot be explained by Newtonian physics. That means it's an intelligently guided object, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
you know
But
what they say about opinion.
but who by?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's got to get closer yet before we can really determine what it is.
Right.
But
It's very interesting.
yeah, it get the project Bluebeam, according to John D'Souza, is still on the books. They are planning to do it, but there's so much information out there now about Project Bluebeam, especially in the alternative arena. Joe Blow and Harry Hohandle, they don't know anything. They watch TV. So they will believe when you wake up one morning and you see a fleet of ships in the sky just sitting there doing nothing. That cannot be explained away. And then the governments will induce their fear tactics. Say, oh, they're coming here to kill us all. We better fight them. And then the next thing will be, yeah, this is in the document. They say that in the Western world, you're going to see a holographic image of Jesus coming in the sky. And they are going to use a skull, no, a, a microwave that is beamed to your skull, and they key voice in on it. So you will hear voices in your head. And of course, that's going to be Jesus talking to you, saying something like, do as your government tell you so they can protect you.
Yes.
And that means they're going to run to the government and say, please protect us. And the government will say, well, we need to have all governments united around the world under one government so we can fight these things. And the UN and the World Economic Forum will be the one world government. And they will tell you what to do, how, and when. And there will be a lot of things that you can put in your arm here because that's the plan.
Hey, you know something? When I look back in time, at one period they're on about putting everybody into FEMA camps. Would that still happen in the future then?
What kind of account did you say?
FEMA camps where they
Oh,
would put everybody locked in a camp.
yeah. They have in the United States alone. I did, I don't know, 15 years ago. I was looking into this and I found 81 FEMA camps that is up and running. They're staffed with guards and they are ready to go. But there's no people in it except the guards. They're sitting there waiting for an influx of people that do not want to participate in the one world government. They were built for that purpose. Now, there may be a different twist to that, and that is that the one world order people their organization is falling apart. So maybe they are the ones that would be need to be put in those camps. I
Ah,
would love to see that.
I would too. You know, when we talk about Blue Beam, who first proposed the idea of Operation Blue Beam and when?
Well, they started talking about in the late 1960s. They started talking about many different projects that had to be put together with technological research, and they set the date into the future. So they went for that, and it's a government sanctioned program led by the UN. And we can ask why and how and so on. The why is they need that government, the one world government, in order to be able to control everybody. And the back in the 1960s, they didn't have the technology to do it, but they spent billions of dollars. They There's probably over $1 trillion that has been siphoned off from at least the government of the United States into black projects. And that how they built the military space station, they built the craft that they're traveling interdimensionally with, and they built a system of satellites that can create holographic images in the atmosphere. And those holographic images will be flying discs, long cigars, triangles, and so on, whatever they need in order for them to execute Project Bluebeam, as well as talk to you in your head. Voice to skull technology. Google that. Actually, don't use Google, they censor so much. Go someone else.
Yes.
Voice to skull technology. The earliest patent that I found that show you how to use microwaves, beaming it to your head with voice talking to you, date back to 1978.
Oh my God.
They had it all the way back then. And when you Google voice to skull, you see those patent copies. You can read them. Go to the patent bureau, and you get the whole document. It's really fairly simple, actually, if you have access to technologically advanced machines that can make things like that.
How, when you talk about this, our social media influenced the spread of Operation Bluebeam.
Well, there's a lot of people talking about it. So that's one day that they count on us to be able to spread the information. Because when they label it a conspiracy theory, we read that stuff and we think, oh, this is really interesting. But then again, the government say it's a conspiracy theory, so it's probably not true, but it is interesting reading. So we help to spread the rumors. But then again, when we see all the ships sitting in the sky, we're probably going to think back on what we read and say, oh, yeah, it was real after all. So I don't personally think they are going to be able to do this, at least not successfully, because there's so much information out there telling us it is a fake alien invasion. So what the NASA administrator Charles Bolin said, by the end of 2025 there will be an alien invasion. He knew something.
He sounds like it as well. He knew
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Do you think that will happen then?
I think there's a chance of it, but I do not believe it's going to be successful because there's other rumors or conspiracy theories saying that the so-called white hats have taken over the satellites, so they are in control of them now. So we will see. And now, from it comes to real alien crafts, go to the FBI website. Go into the reading room, and you will find a document. It's called the smoking gun document on the FBI website. Go to Vault, WAULT.gov.FBI, and then search for document number 6751. You will find a document on the FBI website. So FBI intelligence says, yes, we know there are alien spacecraft. They're coming here. We are communicating with them, but most of them are interdimensionals.
Right.
So they're not physical as we are. Only when they come in and take on that physical shape, so we can see it. Whether they're physical or not, I don't know. Most likely they lower the vibration into our reality so they can communicate with us.
When you talk about aliens, where do you think they're from then? Are they from planets or moons, or most likely they're from elsewhere?
Well, there are different universes. There are probably a myriad of different universes. So when they are coming from their universe interdimensionally into our, in their universe, there may be planets, the solar systems, and things like what we have, only on a different vibration.
Yeah.
So let me dwell a little bit on the Project Bluebeam still,
Right.
because in that document they talk about how they're going to do it. There is a 4-step process how they can scare their chocolate out of people. And it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
First of all, there's one thing they're going to do, and they have to destroy religion. And they're pretty well on their way with that. So, because the people that believe in the Bible, everything out there that cannot be written about in the Bible is demons and they're bad news, so they will not participate in anything that comes from them. And then there is another one. They have the technology to create artificially holographic flying ships in the sky. That's the second plank. And then the third plank is telepathic communication with each and every one of the ones in the Western world. If you live in Saudi Arabia, they're going to be speaking to you in Arabic, and you're not going to see Jesus because they don't care about him. But
Yeah.
Muhammad will be back up there. He will
Oh,
be talking to them. So, and then the fourth one, the super, or should I say, universal supernatural manifestations will be done with electronics, and that is going to be Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, or whoever.
whoever it is.
Yeah, they're going to be talking to you in your language with them in the sky, telling them to obey your government because they can help you. Think about that for a moment. Let's take Jesus. You know that guy that lived about 2000 or 1998 years ago. He was an incredible guy, and there is enough written about him to know he did exist.
Exist.
A totally different guy than what we are told, but he did exist. He he understood the holographic and mind created universe we live in, so he could manipulate that by walking on water and things like that. I have no problem with that. So now, if someone is omnipotent like him in the sky telling you to obey your government, only a real perfect idiot would actually believe that, because that guy in the sky, he could do away with the danger. So, but then again, remember, this guy, back in 1943 in Germany, he said, how convenient for rulers that people don't think. Remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
Adolf.
Adolf, yeah.
So people don't think. And yeah, okay, I heard Jesus talking to me, so absolutely, I'm going to do what he says.
And there will be people who will do is what
Yep.
he says.
Hmm.
And there'll be others like us who do what we want to do.
Yeah. And they will take care of you, all right? You better believe they will take care of you.
But
Yeah.
it's worth thinking about what's going to happen.
Say again?
It's you've got to think about things like this for your own safety.
Yeah. That's why we have to educate ourselves. And it is important because there are things on the horizon that will scare people. But I think I have been messing a little bit with time travel, and I have seen enough of the future to know I am not worried about the future at all. Now, when you see things in the future, there is no time stamp on it. Actually, I have pictures on our website where there is a timestamp. You can go see that, broadcastteamalpha.com. Go into the picture gallery,
Yeah.
page 15. You will see two pictures next to each other that I took from time travel, and there's a date stamp on it. But you can go and see that. But in fact, if you want to see more about how to use your mind in order to do things like that, have a look. There's a book,
That's it.
Spiritual Science, Higher Conscious Thinking, and How to Access the Universal Consciousness. It teaches you how to use your mind in ways you normally would think would be impossible. So go to Amazon and you'll find it.
When you're talking about, about this and aliens, how should humanity respond then?
Yes, we are a hybrid of many different races, some from here, some from space. I have a friend here in Arizona, and he's 7 foot tall, about that. And he was dropped off here as a baby on Earth. He was found and adopted by a military family. He has phenomenal healing capabilities. And I tell you, he's an incredible guy. So it's there is interference from space. And about next month, I'm going to talk to interview a lady on Broadcast Team Alpha. She is from Germany, her good friend came from the astral reality on Venus when she was a little girl. And she grew up here, and she has phenomenal knowledge and healing capabilities and things like that because she comes from a higher vibration and she brought that with her here. There are also genetic manipulations. I have a very good friend in California. She was actually she'd been impregnated by people from the Pleiades, and the fetus was taken from her at 3 months old, and she has several children like that, and they are hybrids. There are also hybrids living here among us, and you can probably see some of the features. The eyes are usually bigger, and there's abilities that they have that a normal human being would not have.
Right.
Yeah. So we have interference, we have guidance. There are times in our meditation we can have some of that guidance show up. If you go into meditation and ask a question, our subconscious mind will try to find the answer. If it can't find the answer, it hands it off to the superconscious mind, which reaches into the universal mind where everything is.
Right.
And there is an answer. And that answer can be brought back to you. And it comes from the superconscious mind into the subconscious mind and up to conscious understanding. The answer to your question can come as a quick thought flying through your mind, and you got to catch it. Otherwise, it could come as an image of something. And this is what I do. And in my book here, I explain how to do this so you can have direct contact with the universal mind to get these kinds of answers. In fact, also resources. So it is our responsibility to develop our mind to the highest possible ability that we can.
Do you think we need to? Because could humans and aliens truly understand each other then?
Yes, absolutely. And because we live in a mind created universe, that has been proven to us. In fact, let me just dwell on that for 45 seconds.
Yeah.
There is a physicist, his name is James Gates. He says that using the principles of quantum mechanics, put them on the blackboard. He says, deep, what we find going deep in the equations, explaining the fundamental particles of the fabric of space, we find computer language. We did not put it there, but it shows up.
Ah.
So if there is computer language showing up in the fabric of space, there's got to be a computer somewhere. And people, where's that computer? Well,
Where
it's
is
not
it?
I know it's not a Mac. So
Yeah.
no, because that computer creates everything we see around us through our mind. And the guy that is sitting at the computer, let me point to him. It's you, Bob. It's all your fault. In your reality. In my reality, I am the one sitting at the computer.
Right.
We are creating everything around us on the basis of what we think, what we see, what we believe, our intentions.
When you're
What
talking about that, Arge, I want to ask a question. Will discovering alien life change religion or cultural beliefs then?
Yeah, guess what? Religion is also a big reason why we grow old and die. Because religion is telling us you're gonna grow old, you're gonna get sick, and you're eventually gonna die. So when you get into your 90s and you're hurt everywhere, you can't walk anymore, you can't remember last time you had a bowel movement, that idea of that after you die you're going to go to this place in the sky is wonderful, no pain anymore, everything is beautiful and everything is wonderful, that's starting to sound pretty good, and you get drawn to it. See, when they did the the genome project back in the 1990s, they found the reasons why we die. One of them is a nutritional deficiency. That's obvious. That
Yep,
we don't get minerals from the food anymore, so we got to take supplements.
correct.
And then the nutritional deficiency is one. Genetic deficiency is another. And then the third is religion. Now, the genetic deficiency can be cured. The Center for Disease Control in America, they come up with a brand new disease here a few years ago. That disease is aging, because in 2009 three doctors was given the Nobel Prize for discovering an enzyme that reverses the aging process, and nobody told us.
Oh,
In here, you'll find out how to do it. I am doing it. This book explains how to stop and even reverse your aging process. It's like, I'm doing it. In a few months, I'm going to be 80 years old.
brilliant.
So the thing about it is that it can reverse your hair color. You see, I don't have any. I 10 years ago, I had a lot of gray hair, so yeah, it didn't look good. I had a lot of wrinkles too that I don't have today. But you can do this. If you go to Amazon and find the book, and when you read it, get in touch with me. We can talk. I am totally available to everybody.
Good.
But this is religion for you. Religion dates back 9,000 years in written history, all the way back to India, that I have found. And the Sumerians, even, their gods told them that we have designed you so that you will live for 120 years. And people believed it, because the reason we really die, the biggest reason, is that the the shortening of the telomeres at the end of the chromosomes inside of every cell. Every time a cell replicates itself, the telomeres, the kind of like the end of the shoelace at the end of the chromosome, get a
Yeah.
little shorter, 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 until there's nothing left. And then the end of the chromosome starts fraying, and the cell can no longer replicate itself. And you get stuck with old cell in your body, and you get more and more of them, you get wrinkled, and you get sick, and you die. So there's a way to lengthen those telomeres, and that's what I'm doing. And that,
And how do we do that? Can
well,
you
there is
tell me this?
several different ways. One of them, there is a pharmaceutical. It's called TA65, that claim to be able to help you stop the shortening of the telomeres. I researched that one, and I found a lot of people say that didn't do a thing for me. Other people say, yeah, it's working. So I don't know what to say. But I know one thing, the Nobel Prize was given to the three doctors by using, one of the things they used was an herbal medicine. And The herbals, there is one herb that in China is called, let me do this for you. Oops, I mean,
Thank you.
um, okay, I'm gonna show you, and better instead of just saying it. This 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 herbal right. Oh God, I can't see that. No, you can't see it. I'm gonna read it to you. It's called Jiaogulan powder. Jiaogulan powder. That is called the immortality herb in China. And then we have this one, the oh boy, astragalus.
Astragalus.
Astragalus herb is what they use. But don't take my word for this. Go to the Nobel Committee's website, go to 2009, scroll down to medical submissions, and read the papers. You're going to love it. Because somewhere in those papers, one of the doctors says that if everybody had enough of this enzyme in the body, there would be no reason for anybody to ever die from old age. The enzyme is called telomerase, or telomerase, I guess it's the American version, telomerase. And when you take these herbs in the large amounts, you can, in the book, you can see how I do it.
Yes.
When you take it in the large amounts, your body will create that enzyme on its own, and it will stop the shortening of the telomeres. So read the Nobel papers. You're going to love that.
It sounds very interesting to do that as well. And I
Yeah.
think we all ought to get Argy's book because it'll be in there.
Yeah. And if you're 19 years old right now, 12 foot tall and bulletproof, you don't care about aging, but you have parents. Think of them. They would love to know this.
Yes.
In fact, you get the book and send it to them as a birthday present or something.
I want to ask you about simulations. What is the purpose of simulations then?
Well, I guess you could look at the definition of it, and a simulation is an exercise for the purpose of learning something that will be have an intention of being used for something in the future to improve what already is. So, if we're in a simulation, which when they put all the information on the blackboard using quantum mechanics, they find that there's a 93% chance that we are in a simulation. Only 7% says no. I'm going to go with the 93 because I used to be a good poker player, but I'm not anymore. So I'm going to go with the 93. But
But
if we have 93% chance of being in a simulation, we have to look at that and deal with it. So what is the simulation creating, and who and what? The spiritual entity of us, call it the soul essence or universal consciousness or whatever you want. The spiritual essence is submerged into what it creates around itself as physical reality. And every simulation at one point, when they have learned enough, is terminated. We can wonder, is this simulation going to be terminated. So, with other words, at one point, somebody shut the switch, put the switch to the off position, and we all go away. Boy, that's a good question.
But can we change it?
Yes, we can. Absolutely can. We can not necessarily, yes, we can change the physicality too if we elevate our understanding to the point of knowing that this is artificially created. Then we go back to the spiritual essence, soul, consciousness. That's where we live. That is us. This physicality is only here for the purpose of learning and growing and having fun and sex and stuff like that. All the good stuff. So we're learning here in this simulation, which we take the learning experience with us back to the soul essence, to the universal consciousness, so we can gain more spiritual capacity.
Hmm.
So,
When you talk about that, how do results compare to real world data then?
yeah, what is real? Real world data that we see around here, it has a laws of physics embedded into it. One of them is gravity. I can take this little thing and I can drop it. Gravity works, doesn't it?
Yes.
Until you get in a Hauneboo and you can fly straight up it. The German Hauneboo went from ground level to 60,000 feet in 3 minutes. It In an airplane, it takes right about 20 minutes to get to 51,000 feet.
Hmm.
So we can manipulate gravity. We can manipulate absolutely anything by technology or our mind.
Mind control.
Yes. If you go to broadcastteamalpha.com, go into the picture gallery, page 15, and look at those two pictures. That is taken during time travel and also time slippage in two different timelines.
What's
So
the difference? What's the difference between timeline and time?
a timeline, we are in one timeline here right now. What we have created all the way back to the point where we opened our eyes after we were born,
Hmm.
all of that becomes part of the learning experience in our timeline. Now, there is well over 90% also proven that there's more than one timeline. So there may be a parallel timeline based or starting out at a point where you say, I know I came into this existence and I've wanted to have these experiences, but I don't want it anymore. I want to make a different decision.
Right.
I was born in Norway on a farm. I was supposed to be a farmer, but I really didn't want to do that.
No.
So I said, okay, I'm going to the United States to become a professional pilot. That's what, on that decision is where I created a different timeline. I went in a different direction.
Hmm.
And I am sure that the guy back on the farm is continuing in that timeline. I'm wondering how he's doing actually.
Yeah.
But I am in a different timeline here and now. And I have changed timeline again several times while I was here in different directions of what I've done. So we have a lot of different timelines where we are. And I found two of them that was very close. And I visited both of them and I took a picture.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, you can see it. Go there and have a look. And But click on the picture so you can read the text. In the text, it is all explained how I did it. And then again, you can learn how to do it too. There
Can
we go.
when you talk about timelines and everything and time travel, can anybody learn that theory and do it?
Yes, but it takes a little learning and understanding. Now, I kind of cheated because um, I have an electronic device that I've had some very strange experiences with. It was made by a guy back in Nebraska, and he's dead now, so that he doesn't make any more of them. But I still have the machine. I think I did that time travel show with one time in the past, you and
We,
me.
yeah, I think we did. I think we
Yeah,
did.
I even showed the device on your show,
You
and
did.
yeah, and what time travel takes a little bit of education because you have to understand it and believe it is possible. If you don't, remember in a mind created universe, if you don't believe it can be done, chances are it won't be
Won't be
done.
done.
So, and BBC television over in England, where you are, they found out about me, so they came over to the United States and did a TV documentary on time travel. I had Michio Kaku on there, Green was on there, and I was on there. And we did a TV documentary on time travel. It's a very interesting one. In fact, you can go to BB, BBC television website. I'm sure they still have way down there in the videos. You can find the TV documentary with it dates back to 2003.
Right.
Yeah,
So we should be able to find that in 2003.
yeah, yeah. You should be able. I'm sure they have it. They don't throw anything away.
They don't, BBC don't. It'd be in archive somewhere.
Oh boy, we have used up a whole hour.
I know it soon goes by, Argy, because it's
Yeah,
so interesting. You're a very interesting guy to talk to. We've gone through quite a bit there tonight. It's been
yeah, it
very
was
interesting.
fun. I'm
It
sure we'll
is.
do it again sometime.
I'm sure it will do. Where can people get in touch with you and where people can get your book?
The book Spiritual Science, Higher Conscious Thinking, and How to Access the Universal Consciousness is on Amazon. You can find it there. And yeah, it does teach you how to use your mind in ways you normally would think would be impossible. Because I also taught a mind development course that teaches you how I talk about in the book. I taught you how to assimilate information out of a book at 50 to 100,000 words per minute with 95% retention. It is very possible. People can do this once you know how. And if you're in college, yeah, you're going to love how that works. So, but also go to broadcastteamalpha.com and go to the contact feature, send me an email, and I'll find the email and I can get back to you. Or I'm on Facebook under my name. You can find me there. So I'm totally available to, especially to people that buy the book. I'll communicate with you and we can talk when you have questions.
And what day is your radio show on?
Oh, the broadcast Team Alpha show is on Thursday nights at East Coast USA is at 7 o'clock in the evening.
So it's
I
12
also
o'clock
I also
midnight.
do, yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening East Coast time.
Yeah.
And Sunday night I do one on my own. That is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday night. Also, it's posted on Broadcast Team Alpha Show.
So yeah, your first show will be 12 o'clock midnight our time, and on Sunday it'd be 9 o'clock in the evening, so people can listen to that.
Yeah, yeah, you're 5 hours, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're five. Yeah,
we're
from
far
New
eyes
York. Hmm.
in front. I know Steph's just saying, it's great listening to Argie. Thank you for your time. Another great show, Bob. Joanne just said, great show. Thanks, Bob and Argie.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. It was probably illegal.
Uh, and Rebecca's just said, totally agree, Bob. Very interesting.
Yeah,
So it's always wonderful when you come on talking about all these different subjects. It's plenty,
yeah,
I get to know a lot myself as well. I learn myself about things as well. And I totally enjoy it.
yeah. This was fun. Really fun. We always have fun.
We do. We do, Argie.
Yeah,
Uh, but thank you so much for coming on the show. It's always fantastic. It is. I fully enjoyed it again tonight.
yeah. Go to, in fact, on YouTube. We're on there on YouTube at Broadcast Team Alpha. I'm doing some really interesting shows on my own on Sunday night about how the universe work and how to make your life better.
That sounds very interesting. So, well, because it's 9 o'clock in the evening on Sunday night, it's quite a good time for people in the UK to listen to it as well.
Yep, there you
And
go.
like you say, it's on YouTube, so people can just go on YouTube and put your name in and find it.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good to me as well. So, thank you again. Have a lovely afternoon where you are. What's the weather like?
Oh, weather, we don't have weather in Tucson. It's always nice here.
Well, we're having a good patch in the UK at the moment. We've had some absolutely stunning weather,
Yeah,
but it's going to change shortly. So we'll be
yeah.
back to normal again.
Let me say something to the listeners for the last here. In the words of Spark, we live long and prosper.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you again. Thank you to everybody in the chat room who come on every time we have a radio show. It's without you, it doesn't make a show, and it's nice for people to ask questions. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you to Argie, and catch up with you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye bye.